Zachary. That sounds like Rebecca humming. So that was an interesting chapter, I guess. It seemed an odd place to stop. It was like, we're gonna separate. And then...
She cut deeply into her sausage.
Yeah. Speaking of the bizarre non-transitions that we have in this game.
Can we check out the journal before we go into Zachary?
Certainly.
Or it probably shows him already now.
So the 29th has something new. Yep.
Okay. Zach.
Ah, yes.
Steel. Nice. He's 31. He don't look it.
Huh.
He's agnostic. He likes pie.
Diploma in digital film.
His parents are both dead.
Oh.
He and his older sister orphaned due to a hate crime. And they moved to England where his grandparents are.
Visual art, sparked old, found old Polaroids. A robbery during
that's how he met
that's how he met Ashton.
I think
he
we
was
knew
in,
that.
I don't. He might have said that, but I don't remember it. Okay. I'm gonna look and see if anything. No. Okay.
Hey, I was looking at his.
Oh.
Starting.
Yes.
Okay, so they start at the line except for Isabella. Maybe just because of what we did as her boosted it.
Probably.
I wonder if her thing of him is the same. Like just up a bit. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So then his and Hannah's for each other probably is similar. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. You want to take this one?
Yeah. Let me get my Zach voice. No. The pleasant aroma hits me long before I cross the threshold. Faint, but light and warm, a reminder of what home is. Pa's stern but commending gaze, Ma's tender smiles, the sunlight filtering through the eaves in the morning, and the distinct smell of cinnamon and vanilla as it drifts through the air every time something cooks from the room. The room. Our room, Mom, Pa's pride and joy. My sister and I too, eventually. But we ain't allowed there. Not yet. Not until we're taller or older. Not until we've learned how to take care of ourselves and not burn our hands or reach the cupboards without having to be lifted.
But a little peek wouldn't hurt, yeah?
The floorboards are cold under my feet more than it usually is. The walls more forbidding than what I'm used to. Farther and farther the room goes. Ma's singing ceases, and Pa...
No, please wait!
Oh, this is his parents dying, probably. Dream.
I'll be good. I'll sleep on time. Don't go!
It's just a nightmare. Okay. I can't hear Pa. Oh, sorry. It's unexpected. Not above the raucous? That's not how you spell ruckus, is it?
Apparently.
What? Not above the ruckus, clanging in the deafening roar of gunshots, nor the screams replacing the comforting soft melodies.
Earlier you were talking about your twang, and the way you said clanging was
clanging.
just had that twang in it.
There's only the blinding fear. When my foot slips, the red sea that catches me is bitter and frigid, but the blood that drips in my hand is warm, warm, warm. It ain't my blood. The walls tumble and everything goes quiet. Dot, dot, dot. Takes a few moments for everything to fall into place, for my eyes to adjust to the relative darkness of the room. Despite the pleasant chill the AC brings, my shirt is clinging tightly to me and my blanket a tangled mess around my throat. That's dangerous. Morning has not even arrived yet. Yeah, it's 12, according to the clock that never changes, probably. if I'm to guess.
Way too early for this thing, man.
And too long. Too long since the last I've woken up drenched in my own sweat, head littered with thoughts that are gone as soon as my eyes open. All too often, only imprints and brief images are left to taunt me for the rest of the day or until my mind forgets about it. Egad, whichever comes first.
Egad?
Yeah. Yet vivid or not, what little I can remember does not matter. Regardless, the desperation sticks. Clawing up, pushing, urging me to relive every moment, every sensation, and... There's a twinkle in Ma's eyes when she looks up from her work, flour dusting her nose and cheeks. The scent of freshly baked bread wafts from the oven as soon as Pa opens it, and the homely fragrance of honey fills the room. He reaches up to wipe the small beads of sweat away from his forehead before gesturing for me to come closer, the moment he spots me on my little hiding place behind the door. I expected him to be angry, but his pat on my back when I come within his arm's reach is encouraging enough. We'll have to taste these first before we put it up for sale tomorrow. You up for it, little man? Is it good enough? A knot cuts through the air before I can answer. Sharp, heavy, demanding, familiar. So Distantly. Yeah, I was gonna say distinctly. So distantly familiar. Ma ushers me out the kitchen when Pa moves to answer it. But I know. I know what waits outside. The taste of blood in my mouth sends an unpleasant churning in my gut. Ma's apron crinkles under my tight grip. Something snaps back into place. My bed remains in an utter disarray, the walls still need a new paint job, and the wall clock ticking opposite my bed is as unsettling as ever. Ash is right. I should have already replaced that when I had the chance.
You're no longer there, Zachary. Here and there are miles apart.
Aw.
Calm down. Breathe.
The pressure of my own fingers against my temple is a welcome sensation over the anxiety gripping me. It never really did anything to stave off the headache, sure to follow after this before, but it grounds me. A little reminder that I am safe, away from the place I once called home, from Ma and Pa's. The urgency with each rap that follows finally chases away the ghosts threatening to hang around. Why anyone thinks it's a good idea to knock at someone else's door this late confuses me. Nana would chase them all away with a broom if she was here. Nana or Nana?
Probably Nana.
Nana. But no matter. It's a welcome break from the thoughts about to take a morbid turn if left festering. It's probably just Ash anyway, looking for a place to... Oh, freeload. Oh, crash. I was gonna be like, Friola? Looking for a place to crash. Wonder of wonders why he is bothering with the courtesy when he never did so before. Even with that hunch, though, habit compels me to check who it is first through the peephole. Better safe than sorry, they say. Except the person that greets me on the other side ain't him. Unless his hair grew longer overnight and he started wearing a ponytail, of course, which I highly doubt will happen anytime soon, no matter how funny that looks in my head. I waste no time opening the latches.
Isabella, it's late.
There's something I can't quite pinpoint in her eyes when she looks up. Her face is a pallid shade, shoulders tense, breathing heavy, and an uncontrollable shaking in her hands she's trying to hold back. Hide if I didn't know any better.
Hey, Zach. Sorry, I know it's weird for me to show up at this hour, but you were the closest to my office, and...
Oh, this is right after she almost died.
Yeah.
When we killed her.
Yes, when we were wondering, like, why is it important that she lives, and now we know.
No. It's perfectly fine. I'm not really working on anything right now.
Because you were sleeping.
Do you want to come in?
Is it all right? I know you should be sleeping at this hour, but I thought... I'm sorry, I just thought... I have no idea why I went here. My feet just moved on their own after I got out of the office.
Kind of rude.
And... Sorry.
She trails off, her voice lost in the muggy night air. I wait for her to say more, but instead her only response is a downward shift of her gaze. Back to her still trembling hands as if the motion alone isn't enough of an explanation. A minuscule gesture. Easy to miss if one is not paying attention. But for some reason, who has seen the same expression in the mirror... But for someone who has seen the same the same expression on the mirror, done the same thing too many times when night terrors are inevitable, it is not.
Hey, don't worry about it. At least you not. Ash just barges in and crashes on the couch whenever he feels like it. I swear that guy is one fine hairline away from being a criminal.
Without waiting for her answer, I step away from the door and saunter over to the kitchenette. For a few good seconds, only the clinking of the plates can be heard above the constant tick-tock. Late as it may be for a snack, the familiar motions keep me occupied, steering my mind away from dangerous, dangerous thoughts. Isabella's company is not unwelcome either. Whatever her reasons for showing up here at such an hour doesn't matter. I'll be damned if I just turn her away frazzled as she is. The door clicks shut behind her when she finally enters, feet scuffling softly against the tiled floor. In all the years I've known her, she has never once lost her even...
Her ever upbeat spirit.
I think it's your turn.
Did you just skip one, though?
No, you finished it. I went to the next.
Yet, in this particular moment, as she stands in my doorway, holding her arms close to herself, it's as if I'm looking at someone completely withdrawn from the person I've come to know all these years.
Do you want to drink or eat anything? I haven't restocked my food stash yet, so ingredients may be a bit limited. But I'm sure I can whip something up with what I have here.
Just water will do, please. Thanks, Zach.
What? No additional food requests? That's new. I'll put something together for you anyway. Feel free to make yourself at home. You ain't exactly a new visitor here. Although my room's not at its most presentable right now. Sorry. New freelance gigs
It's way
and such.
cleaner than hers.
Yeah, this is way, 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 way cleaner. Though they still have both. Both of them have broken clocks.
Didn't have time to fix things up here lately.
It's okay. I don't mind.
Usually she'd have something more to say about that. A quip, a witty remark to provoke a laughter or two. Nothing from her this time. So I was looking over there next to the window. I thought that was another window, but it's just a poster. I was like, is that a weird, like, cat head with a hat on and musical notes for eyes or something?
This is a very strange room, I just realized. It's very skinny and long.
It's like...
Well, there's a window on each side.
Whoa. Yeah, that is very weird for such a skinny room.
Right, like what kind of building is this? I assumed it'd be like an apartment and just have a bunch of rooms stacked next to each other, but this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's a very skinny door too.
Yeah.
It's like when you get those like bifold pocket doors or something for like your closets. It's like...
But they only used half of it.
Yeah, but it looks like that skinny. That's so weird.
They just messed up some of the proportions a little.
I want to see the floor plan for this building. Immersion ruined. Anyway, only a weak smell before she takes a seat on the couch. Is that a couch in the corner? Anyway, only a weak smile before she takes a seat on the couch and a silence that stretches out until what we left hanging feel... What? What did I just read?
What?
And the silence that stretches out until what we left hanging feels disconcerting.
I figured something out.
What?
I think maybe that's the bathroom at the end. And it's like a shower door? Or do you think the kitchen is down there?
Oh. That looks like I'm seeing a refrigerator behind her head. I wasn't paying too much attention before she showed up. Yeah. Well, it could be either, though.
Because I feel like maybe the kitchen's behind us and that's where she came in. I don't know.
I wasn't paying attention. Maybe when she moves, we'll look at it again.
'Cause it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Moving on. Before everything turns stifling and awkward, I continue talking, if only to keep the dead air at bay. I was once supposed to keep a conversation going when the person you're talking to is like this. Ask them what's going on.
Right, he's just like walking around it.
Yeah, like... These people. It looks like I'm guessing a ukulele because that's way too small for a guitar.
Maybe everything's just jacked up proportion-wise.
Maybe this was image was supposed to render at a different aspect ratio, and they squished it.
Anyway, Gigs. Can you believe this one client we got? Boss had all my schedule shoots shifted after they caught wind of this couple buying a new property. Man, must be nice to have all the money in the world. The world itself moves for you, huh?
She's curled up on one side of the couch and hugging her knees close when I bring the tray carrying the sandwiches and the water she'd requested. She starts to straighten up as I'm unloading the contents, but pauses as soon as I hold up my hand in a halting gesture.
You're a guest. Didn't I say you're free to make yourself at home? Here's your water. Careful.
The tremor in her hands, the lighter now, still hasn't subsided when she reaches out for the glass. I give her a questioning look, but she's quick to avert her eyes, keeping herself occupied by taking small gulps of water. Or maybe she just doesn't want me asking questions. Worrying. The sudden loss for words, this bout of quiet, not normally present in our chats. Even the creaking of the old chair when I casually take the seat is a welcome break. Though the company's familiar, this has gone way past unnerving.
What happened? Overtime at work?
You could say that.
Huh. She doesn't answer immediately. Another gulp drains her glass of its remaining contents. One would think it would be enough to help her recover, yet she doesn't lose her taut grip on the glass as she cradles it on her lap. Her eyes take an unfocused gaze when she speaks again.
Yeah. Boss handed me extra work today. After what happened to Rose.
Rose? Why do I feel like you've mentioned her before? Sorry, I'm better with remembering faces than names.
She was my coworker.
Was.
That will take some getting used to. I was just talking to her the other day.
Was? Did she resign or something? I think I'm missing a few details here, Bella.
You've never met her. I think I did mention her once or twice. It doesn't matter. You probably heard her name recently from the news than me.
Something clicks then. A little memory from the night before. The bright red light from the dark room, the strong odor of the stop bath, the television's barely audible murmur in the background, and a glimpse of a bloody room. The news is everywhere, even in the morning that follows. I just didn't think its effects will strike someone this close to me.
Oh. Damn. I didn't mean to bring that up.
No, like I said, it'll take some getting used to, but it'll get better. I hope it will. Things might become a little busier for me, though. She left a lot of things unfinished, and I'm one of the few people in the office who knows how she works. Boss thinks the transition will be easier if I handle it.
That explains it. Well, just don't forget you still need rest. Even the most hard-working people I know don't keep hours as late as this. Hell, the subway stopped running hours ago. Crime rate might be lower here than most places, but that doesn't mean you can walk around freely in the middle of the night.
It's just for today.
Still a good thing you dropped by here first. I'm not just about to let you walk out here alone, especially not in the middle of the night. Who knows what else could happen? I'm not saying you should go right now, but I could accompany you home if you...
No! Wait, please!
The vehement tension in her voice makes me pause, and it is in this instant the mask she's been keeping up falls apart, if only for a short while. Right then and there, I understood what's hiding behind her unfocused stare from the moment she arrived.
Oh, she doesn't want to go home.
Fear. Why does she not want to go home?
Maybe she doesn't want to be home alone.
I guess. I'm just wondering if the dead zombie girl ghost.
I don't think it ever showed up at her house, though.
No,
Her
it never did.
apartment.
No, it never did show up at her house, but it showed up at work.
Right.
Pure, unadulterated fear. It's disturbing to see such marring. It's disturbing to see such marring her usual upbeat countenance. With a sigh, I cross the small distance separating us and kneel in front of her. She doesn't flinch when I do so. However, the way she appears to make herself smaller against the couch is telling enough.
Bella, this ain't just about your coworker, is it? What is it really about? I'm all ears.
The sound of glass shattering rents through the air as soon as her hold on it loosens. In the span of a few seconds, her breathing grows labored.
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
She claps her hands over her ears, pressing it tightly against the sides of her head. Her voice grows weaker with each word, each plea coming out of her mouth.
Please, please don't leave me alone. I don't want to be alone right now. I can't shake it off. Everywhere's not safe and...
All right, Isabella. Look at me. Look at me.
My hands are firm on her shoulder when I pull her up to look at me. It takes every force of will to ignore the terror in her eyes in favor of taking control of the situation. Too close, too similar.
Breathe. Breathe. You're safe here. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Stay in the present. I'm here. No one's gonna hurt you. Do you want to talk about it?
The force with which she shakes her head is enough reason to drop the topic altogether.
No more. Please. No more. I don't want to remember anymore.
Kate, no more talking. I won't ask anymore. Can I get you anything? Another glass of water? I think I have a tub of that pistachio ice cream you love so much.
Pistachio ice cream? Would be interesting to try.
Never had it?
No, I never have.
Me neither, because I don't like it. But
Oh. You don't like pistachios?
not in my ice cream.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never had how do you know if you don't like it then?
I just do.
Oh, okay. So you like pistachios,
They're okay.
but not pistachio ice cream.
That's not how I want my ice cream.
I'd be interested to try some.
We're gonna have to clean this mess first. Will you be fine on your own for a little while?
She nods lightly before retreating into herself again.
Oh my god, what if she dies in his apartment while he's there?
Okay, yeah.
So I'm just thinking.
Oh, and now that people are out of the way, that's definitely the refrigerator back there.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing that's a thermostat, and then that's a very precarious spot to have a mug on your refrigerator. That or it's a pitcher. Anyway. And no more words are exchanged after that, and I take that as my cue to start cleaning the shards littering the floor before either one of us get hurt. The quiet hum of the AC is a pleasant distraction as I go over the menial task. More so than her ragged draws of breath or little feeble attempts to tell a quick story or two. But the latter does the trick. And soon enough, she has already drifted off by the time I return with the promised glass of water, her chest rising and falling in a steady rhythm, the strain on her shoulders gone. Frankly, I've never seen her this still.
I'm kidding.
Did. She mumbles something I don't quite catch when I carry her onto the empty bed and hugs herself tighter against the mess of blankets. In spite of the fact that she appears relaxed, the small frown on her face hasn't quite disappeared.
On her what?
On her face. The small frown on her face hasn't quite disappeared. Whatever happened to her won't be leaving her anytime soon. But for her sake, I hope it won't stay long with her. There's still questions left to be answered. But the late hour, coupled with the sudden exhaustion, made my old couch a more comfortable bed than it typically is. Darkness immediately welcomes me as soon as my head hits my makeshift pillow. You only wish the dreams will keep at a distance for now. For both of us.